Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 310 to Yuma.
Ooh, look at you.
I just saw it.
Nice.
Low-hanging fruit.
Yep, that
It's
was.
your boy, Gabe Patillo, with Tim Router, Ed Placencia, and Chris McCracken, of course. And as always, we're talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, man. It is early. Shoot. But I got my coffee going. I haven't had coffee in the morning in a long time. We got some Stumptown.
Ooh, nice.
I know, right? That's what I thought. My wife came home with it yesterday. We've been big on cold brew lately.
Ah, very nice.
And so a store around the way has been selling Stumptown cold brew coffee, and I am really excited about it.
Very nice.
Sounds delicious.
Tim Router,
Yes, sir.
how have things been? Tell us all about it.
I will tell you anything and everything I can tell you. Piper's topic of the week is her friends Annabelle and Chloe. So last year around this time, we drove up to Michigan to visit some friends, and that's Melanie and her two daughters, Annabelle and Chloe. They used to live here in Franklin, and so Lauren and her have gotten really close, and Piper has gotten really close to the girls, and so they came down for a week just to visit, and they're staying with us this week. And they came in on Sunday, and they leave on Sunday. But it's been really great. Like, Piper just loves them, and they're so great with her. Annabelle is turning 14, and Chloe is 12.
Oh,
And Annabelle is a pretty amazing ballerina, so she's always running around the house with her point shoes and teaching Piper some moves and everything, and it's really cute. So we're having a really good time. But we basically gave them a key and be like, hey, you do your thing, you come in whenever you want to, and we still got all kinds of stuff going on this week, so you do your thing. But it's been a lot of fun having them here, and we're having a good time. And and Melanie's husband comes in on Wednesday. Her husband was the one that moved us into this house. He runs a moving company.
yeah.
And so they're just good people, and it's fun watching Piper just act all crazy and have fun with Annabelle and Chloe. So that's the topic of the week. This past weekend we had our first soccer game, and it is completely different than it has been in the past. And I thought it was going to be an absolute bloodbath, but it was actually really good. It's 4-on-4. There are referees. The coaches have to stay on the sidelines now.
What? And you can't trip the little girls anymore?
No, man, I can't Billy Madison any of them. And there's a 20-minute halves. So as soon as I saw this, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be like 16-0, and we won. I mean, you technically don't keep score, but the refs keep score.
And you do.
I'm so confused.
And I do.
What do you mean?
I know.
You
Isn't it
technically
weird?
don't, but the refs do.
I guess you do then. I don't know, because I have to sign a card at the end. But here's what. But listen, because there's two games there's two games going at the same time. So I think they combine all the goal scores, and that's like so we won 11-7.
Wait. What do you mean?
Please tell me you only have one field.
We have two fields.
What do you mean two games going at the same time?
There's two games, two games of 4 versus 4, and they're right next to each other. So and
the refs are doing both?
No, there's two refs.
Oh.
And so our coach is on one side, I'm on the other side. We split up the team. He takes, there's 12, so he takes 6, I take 6, and then we basically just swap them out throughout the game. And
your team is playing 2 different games at the same time.
Yes. Yeah, that's how it goes.
They're playing soccer and hacky sack.
That's right. It's soccer and lacrosse. But I was really I was really nervous at the start. Yeah, exactly. Soccer and grass angels, basically, is what it was.
They're playing soccer, and is that bug still on me?
Exactly. That's soccer and get the mud off. Get the mud off.
Get off me.
Oh, that's really funny. But they did really well. I was very proud of them. And so we had practice. We had practice yesterday. We got another game this Saturday, and we'll see how this goes. But yeah, it's a totally different ball of wax now than it used to be. But I think she's enjoying it, and that's great. And the minute she says, "Daddy, I'm done with soccer," we're out.
I know that's right.
We'll find something else to do. Other than that, it was kind of great on Sunday. My family my brother and sister-in-law and 2 nieces and nephew and my mom and dad and Lauren, Piper, and I. We all celebrated my dad's 1 year of remission, which I thought was I thought that was really cool.
That's worth celebrating.
A year ago, this was when he got the all clear, and that's when kind of the rebuilding of his body began. And so we all went out to brunch and celebrated that, and it was really awesome. And it was also my sister-in-law, because she had a bout of cancer as well, and so we were kind of celebrating both of them as being in remission, and it was just great to all get together, and the kids are doing well in school, and freaking Liam's a senior and looking at applying into colleges now, and it's kind of freaking me out a little bit, but it's good.
Is he still doing his little juggle thing with the stick and the wood?
Kendama?
The stick ball and whatever.
It's called kendama. Yes.
Yeah,
kendama. Yes.
He's crushing it. Yeah, he's pro. Like he's sponsored,
like legitimate. Wow.
Yeah, he's sponsored by a company called Soul Kendama. He's got a couple competitions coming up, and man, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just it's an interesting little niche community, and I mean, they love it, man. And he's posting stuff. The dude is insane on Kendama, and he's been doing it for so long, so it's pretty cool.
Good for him. That's awesome.
Let's see what else is going on, man. Ed, thank you for Jackbox Fridays. It's just so much fun. I hate you because I lost an hour of work, but it didn't matter. It was just so great. As soon as I saw your Twitter announcing your Twitch feed for Jackbox, I'm like, yep, got to get in on that one for a little bit. I'm like, I hate you and love you at the same time. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna happen. So keep it up, man. That's so much fun.
Fun.
Let's keep doing it, because it was a lot of fun, and I'll try and work early in the morning so I can do it later on in the day.
I know we need like a set time to do that. I want to jump in on those every single time I can.
Yeah, I do. Every time I see it, I'm like,
that's so fun.
I should do it.
Just for the lag alone and the joy that brings by itself.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Right. The 10-second lag.
All right. Well, we're going to get started unless everybody, let's see. Is everybody joined up? All right. Let's see it.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. We still have, we have 3 players. We can, we'll give it a couple minutes before we start to. It's like the beginning of every round.
I know.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Here's the room number, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Exactly.
On the gaming front, I apologize to Lem. He was like, "Hey, where are you?" Because I was supposed to play Overwatch this weekend, and I accidentally suddenly
decided said you weren't going to do it. I don't know what he was so upset about.
No, actually, because Melanie was coming this week. They came in on Sunday, so I couldn't do any night gaming or anything this weekend. But I don't know if I'll be able to this weekend. Maybe
or
Saturday
the weekend
night,
after that. Strange
and
enough.
then the next weekend I'll have explosive diarrhea, so I probably won't be able to do it at all.
Yeah.
But sorry, Lem. I'll get there eventually, like next year maybe. We'll see. And then I'm still going through South Park: The Fractured Butthole and just having so much fun with it. It is just so great, and really, really enjoying that game. They really stepped it up from Stick of Truth too, which I think is really great. The combat's so nice and streamlined. It's a little bit. There's a lot that they hit you with, but it's not that hard to kind of get familiar with everything, and which powers are which, and it's so much fun. So, and it's so wrong on so many levels, but it's great. So I'm looking forward to continuing that, and I'll finish that up. And that's pretty much it, man. Pretty boring, just crazy soccer games and Jackbox Fridays, and let's do this.
That's awesome. Chris McCracken.
Yeah.
He's down. He's serious. He's down to business. Yes, I am here. I'm ready to present my case.
What is going on with you this last week, my good sir?
Well, things are good and bad.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes, I'm sorry, brother.
This past weekend, Stacy, she went on Saturday with Katie. They went out to Waco. Yeah. And so I was going to stay home, and Kayla and I were potentially going to do something, but I knew in the morning, like the first half of the day, I had to run a bunch of errands. Like I had to, get the cars, oil change and things, and had to run to the store and had to take care of a few things. Stacy had also bought a new like entertainment unit, like the thing you put the TV on and all the PlayStation and everything like that. So I went ahead and assembled that because I wanted it to just be done and her to come home and be surprised by it. So I did that. So all that kind of stuff took about halfway through the day. And then about mid-morning or so, I got a call from my mom, and our grandmother passed away. Or my grandmother passed away.
I'm so sorry, brother.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she had been in assisted living for a pretty good while now. That we had moved her down here to the Metroplex number of years ago because she just couldn't live on her own anymore. And she had just been kind of slowly declining. So it's not as though this is completely like out of the blue.
How old was she?
She was like 87.
Oh man.
When was the last
Around
time
there.
you saw her?
Last time I saw her was probably 2 months ago, maybe
Oh, there you go. Okay.
a month or so ago. Yeah. And I actually I had gotten a message from my sister maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, like, hey, you guys should really come and see her and try and work something out. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. It makes totally sense. We need to get over there. Cause it's a while to get there. It's about 45 minutes, almost an hour to get over there. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not small.
Right.
And then, so to get this news, it's just like, oh man. Cause I wasn't able to make it in those 2 weekends. We had a lot of stuff going on. Cause the weekend's really the only time to go over there. So I felt, a little like, man, I missed an opportunity there. But luckily, like you said, or like I said a minute ago, I hadn't seen her not too long before that. I mean, and with her being here local the last,
that's right,
few years or so, I've been able to see her a little bit more. But yeah, so been just working with my mom a little bit, gathering photos and things, and she, as you can imagine, they're older photos, so a lot of them she scanned them in, and I would like Photoshop out wrinkles and creases and stuff so that we can have them displayed and whatnot. And then just kind of got the final word that the funeral is going to be this coming Saturday, so we're taking off Friday, and we're going to drive out there. She's in a little town called, or she was originally from a little town, or lived in a town called Childress, which is in West Texas, before she moved over to assisted living, and we moved her out this way. So we still know a lot of people out there. So, and that's where her husband, who had passed when I was like a kid, I think I was like maybe 8 or 9 when he passed. But he's buried out there. So we moved her out there, and we're going to have the funeral in the same church that his funeral was in. And I believe they're going to be buried together.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
cool.
So
that'll be really nice.
Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, it's a bittersweet situation because her quality of life had been going down. So she's
right.
It's a better situation in that she's not dealing with anything anymore. So we're thankful for that, and we know that she's reunited and she's in a better place now. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Was it like a peaceful situation and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Or was she?
Like she wasn't in pain or anything, was she?
Well, I don't know if pain is the right word. She had been in the hospital recently for she had pneumonia, and they kind of fixed that. So at the immediate time, I don't know of his case, but I don't think she actually had Alzheimer's, but she definitely had like dementia problems, and it was going downhill. Like I would go there and she would recognize me, but she would call me like by a different name.
Right.
And like she knew I was someone she knew, but she wasn't, she'd get me confused with other people and things like that were happening.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, in that sense, whenever you get to those points and you get to where you don't maybe necessarily remember everything, sometimes you might kind of forget where you are, and that can be a little bit of a scary situation. And so things like that would happen. I don't think it was really heavily onset yet.
Gotcha.
But I hadn't seen her much like in the last month or so I don't know if because those things tend to get progressively worse.
That's
like,
right.
They can escalate very quickly.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Really
yeah.
So like I said, it's at the end of the day, we know that everything's better for her now, but it's still one of those things where it's never a pleasant situation.
For everybody left behind. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, Chris.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. So that's pretty much it. We're just trying to wrap up a few things, especially now that I have one less day at work this week. We have a big project coming up that we're shooting in 2 or 2.5 weeks, I believe. And we just got the sign off on all the concepts. So we're working feverishly to get locations secured and get actors secured and get equipment secured and PA help and gaffer and all that kinds of stuff. And that most of that stuff was going to be done this week. And now my part of that is one day less. So I'm just trying. We have 2 location scout today and tomorrow, and then I need to secure some of the equipment stuff. And then, I mean, technically some of it can bleed into next week, and we're still in a good spot. But we always like to get everything wrapped up and nailed down as quick as possible, so we can get all the scheduling and everything put down into place. And that's pretty much it. I did get the wall connector installed for our Tesla that we're going to be getting. I got it installed on Monday.
Hey-o.
So that piece is all in place. And as of right now, the plan is, assuming it doesn't move, which I think everything's nailed down and good now, we should be picking up the car next Tuesday.
Wow, that is insane.
So yeah, so I'll be pretty excited about that. I'll be posting some pictures and we'll just get that going. I don't really know. It's one of those weird things. I mean, I don't do this very often. I tend to be when I'm making a purchase of anything that's of substance and value, a large amount of money, I'm like a researcher and I make sure I test drive and I do all these things. Like I'd never like put a reservation on a car and then 2 years later, maybe I'm going to get it. And then like, oh gosh, it's like, it feels like it feels weird because it was so long ago that I got this, ball rolling. It just feels weird that I'm about to be done. There's going to be a car in my garage. That's kind of weird. So
our friends down the way are the exact same way. They just got a Model 3. It's the same thing where they're like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we have a car.
Yeah, because I mean the process is so long. It's not like any other car buying experience where you're like, oh, I like that car. Let's test drive it. Let's drive it home. You know what I mean? This thing has been years and years for everybody. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, and it's a little bit, I mean, again, even though now, because they've been coming off the line since I think March is when they first started rolling off for, people around the country. And I've been doing, research and watching videos and all this kinds of stuff. So there's things, it's just like, I just don't really know. Like there's going to be, no car's perfect. There's going to be quirks and there's going to be things that you're going to get used to. And
it's
like,
going to want to drive itself and stuff like that. And
all this weird stuff that I'm just going to have to try to get used to. And I'm just like, well, I don't. It's just a weird situation to be in. It's happy, but it's like at the same time, it's like, wow, this is like a head scratcher in a way.
Yep.
So that's all good. I think we pick it up like midday, so we'll be leaving work, and then I don't really want to come back to work. I just want to go drive around.
Exactly right.
We'll see what's going to happen because I don't really know exactly with using unexpected time to take off. For this coming weekend, I need to kind of keep that in mind.
Let's get this out on the table.
Yeah.
Are you about to be the worst Tesla owner ever? Only because you're so weird about your battery life. Like, are you going to be like, drive 3 miles and want to plug it in and then drive 3 miles while plug it in?
I don't
like, you don't let your phone get down past 93%.
I know, I'm hearing you. I don't think so. And the reason that I don't think so is, number one, I got the extended range one. So I have
of course you did.
More battery.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, number one. Okay.
He's prepared.
And like number two, we only live like 4 miles from work. So in theory, like on just daily stuff, whenever we're using it or Stacy's using it, like we should only be having to plug in maybe once a week, maybe. And I got the charger that, like, the wall connector is the fastest and most efficient way to do it.
Right.
So, because it comes with a plug that you can just plug into like a NEMA 1450 outlet or just a basic 110, but those are way slower. So it's like, nope, I want the fastest way that I can do it. So I feel like I'm going to be fine, but
I love that you're the battery guy and Tesla sets their cars to only want to charge to 90%.
Yeah, that's a little. That's
you
a
don't
little,
get to charge it to 100 anyway.
I know that's going to be
break out into
a
a
little bit
rash every
strange.
time he gets in there.
They do they're like, look, don't charge it to 100% unless the minute you pull it off, then you're going on your long range trip.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's going to be an adjustment. Yeah. Maybe this will help me grow as a person.
Right? Tesla helping people grow as a person.
I'm going to get a T-shirt made. On the gaming side, I haven't been playing a ton. Just been dabbling a bit with H1 and Overwatch. I have not been able to play Overwatch as much this event as I usually do during the events. And like, I'll jump in there. A lot of times it's weird because the few times that I have jumped on, there's not really been anybody on. And so I'm just over here playing arcade, trying to get my dang loot boxes, and I'm not good at Lucio Ball. And then Mystery Heroes is always, it's fun, but it's always a crapshoot. You could win 6 in a row real fast, or you could take like 4 hours to win 2. So I haven't really gotten anything of substance from the loot box stuff. So luckily there's not a ton this event that I'm like just dying to have, but man, I would really like to have that Reinhardt football skin or the Zenyatta baseball one. So hopefully I can jump in there a little bit this evening or tomorrow before we have to head out of town. I don't even know off the top. Ed, do you know when the event ends?
I believe it's the end of the month.
Okay, cool. So I should have at least another week to try to get in there and dabble and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to reach out on like Discord or Twitter or whatever and try to gather up with some of the community because it's just fun to do that, number one. But number two, usually when you play as a team and you can kind of coordinate, it's a little bit easier to knock out some of those wins. So
that's right.
And that is it for me, fellas.
Ed Placencia.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with you?
Well, we have the house to ourselves again.
Hey, all right.
Hey.
Yes. They Sarah's brother and his wife, they left on Monday afternoon.
Kicked him out on Monday.
Kicked him out on Monday. And
I can't take this no more.
Your time is done. Please leave.
Y'all ain't got to go home. You guys
Checkout is at 11.
Exactly.
But it was nice. Her brother, like I mentioned last week, is such a gamer, and he got on the God of War train.
Oh,
And
nice.
because we had friends over and we were doing things, he didn't get a chance to finish it. So on his last day here, I let him jump onto my game so he could play a Valkyrie, because I had never beaten a Valkyrie. And 10 minutes later, he's done.
Oh shoot!
Just like,
Doggone it.
Yeah, tough.
You're like, see, I've been doing it with a blindfold though. This was crazy.
One hand behind my back.
Exactly.
I've been letting the cat do it.
Watching him play, I was just kind of like, man, I missed this game. So after he left,
Oh jeez.
I have to.
Here we go.
No. I hopped in, and because when I finished the storyline, I finished the game. Like, I tried a couple of the trials, and I got to the point where it was really tough and then just stopped. But I didn't really explore at all.
Yeah.
And so I hopped in last night and was just kind of wandering around. There were a couple spots on the map that were still clouded over. So I would go to that area and, oh, look, here's some more things I can do and that kind of thing. So just kind of messed around with that. Don't get your hopes up. There's no platinum to speak of.
I didn't know if you jumped into that Game Plus that just dropped.
No, I thought about it, but with so many games getting ready to drop, I didn't want to start the story because I knew I wouldn't finish it.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of where I am, because I know it finally dropped, and I'm like, shoot, but there's no way I'll finish it before Spider-Man, so I should just wait.
Yes, yeah. Sunday, one of the Tapmans, one of their daughters, Deleska, she was baptized, so with the whole family.
Oh,
went over
awesome,
there
man.
And did that, and then we all came over and played VR Heart Surgery, and that was fun.
Oh my god. Jeez Louise.
That game's a
That's
right
how you
to watch.
celebrate.
Yeah, that's
how
right.
you
Nothing like
celebrate.
being baptized and
VR
then
heart
doing
surgery.
open heart surgery.
That's right. Sarah's other brother from Florida was up, and he had never tried VR, so we got that old rush of blood going. And
oh, you're so mean.
that was
serious.
so much fun. So much fun. He put it on, and there are two girls. You're sitting in this roller coaster in this setup.
Yeah.
And there are two ghost girls walking around.
Oh, yikes.
And you're sitting in the roller coaster car waiting to move, and you're just in this room, and you hear Frere Jacques begin singing.
Oh my gosh.
And you hear it to the left, so you look to the left and you see them walk by.
Nope.
And then you hear it coming to the right. You look to the right and you see them walk by. Then you hear it to the left,
Stupid.
you look to the left, and they're right up on you.
Oh, no.
That's how it begins.
Did he pee his pants a little?
And he was like, I'm done. I'm done. The roller coaster hadn't even moved.
That's amazing. Oh, that's so awesome.
It was amazing.
Oh
That's
my
so
gosh.
awesome.
It was
That's
so much
beautifully
fun.
cruel too to put him through that one.
Yes.
Oh.
It was fun. I downloaded, and now I can't remember even what it's called. Doggone it. There's a VR game that is free on PS Plus right now that they didn't advertise as far as I saw, but it came out in 2016. It's a horror game, and we just downloaded it last night. And I showed Sarah the trailer, and Sarah watched it, and she just goes, "Nope."
Yeah.
Yes.
There
A
you
woman
go.
after my own heart.
Smart woman.
I'm sure I'll keep you updated on that next week.
Yes,
and,
please.
Let you know how that goes. I did try the demo for Transference, that
Oh,
VR
yeah.
game that Elijah Wood had been talking about at E3 and what
And?
have you.
Oh.
Freaked me out.
Really?
Is it scary? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Psychologically scary, or like tons of jump scare scary?
There's a couple
both,
jump scares, but once you do the first jump scare, at least in the demo, you know where all the jump scares are going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. You learn the
but it's-
pattern.
Yeah, but it's definitely more psychological. It's one of those games that I'm just not good at understanding art. So if it's not like full out, like explain to me what's going on,
Huh.
it was fun and I was scared, but I finished and I was like, I'm not quite sure what happened.
Yeah.
Jeez,
I don't
hate
know what's
that.
going on.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So we'll see. Kind of looking forward to that full thing dropping.
So it seemed cool though.
Yeah, it does seem cool. I like it. Yeah, it seems interesting. And there were a couple with the demo. If you're going to play the demo, I will give you this tip. Don't turn on the lights because there are light switches everywhere. You know, you're in a house.
Okay.
And if you turn on the switch, it resets everything and you skip to the next day or the next chapter.
Oh,
interesting.
I didn't realize it was doing that until like the fourth time I did it. And I was like, oh, wait. I think at the beginning of each chapter, it tells you the date. And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm not just restarting the level. This is a different date. So I think I missed a lot of stuff that I could have explored on those first couple days. So don't turn the lights on.
Gotcha.
Keep it scary. Played a little bit of Dead Rising 2, which is on the Game Pass, new on Game Pass. And I think it's a little too late for me to get into that game. It's a little too...
That was the one that dropped. It was like one of the launch games, right? For Xbox One?
I'm not even sure.
I know one of the Dead Rising games was. Really? I just don't remember which one. Yeah.
And I don't know what Dead Rising they're on now. I know there is a 4. I don't know if there's one after that. But this is definitely 2. So
gotcha.
This is like, as Conan would say, their eyes are still crossed.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, I got you.
It was okay. I would like to... Yeah, very old school. I wouldn't mind playing a newer one, but I think I played for about an hour, and that was my college try. I probably won't try it again.
Oh,
so, you know, I'll play 4 or a later one when they come around.
When you have nothing better to do.
Nothing better to do. Might as well.
That's right.
Been watching that We Happy Few, and last week I told you guys don't let me get it.
And you got it?
And so here's the pattern of Edward and how he when he's in this situation. Here's what Edward does. I go and I look at it in the store, the Xbox store, the PlayStation store.
Oh, that store.
Yes.
I thought you meant the physical store when we were talking.
No, man.
No. So I'll go
that
look at
digital
it at the
life,
store.
yo. Oh man.
I'll be like, yep, oh look at that, it's full price. Yep, okay, cool. And then I'll usually a little later, I'll go look at it in the store again. Has it dropped in price? And then usually on the third time, I'll buy it.
Ah, jeez.
3 times a charm, baby.
I've looked at it once. So
okay, all right.
And again,
so you're a third of the way there.
I'm a third of the way there, but I think by the time, again, we got some new games coming out real soon here. So
Ed,
we'll see how.
Avoid it. I'm telling you, you're going to be let down.
I know.
Really?
I know,
but he's
I
been
feel
watching
like you're
it
going to
and
be let
likes
down.
it. He's been watching it.
Yeah, and I'm like,
it's not like
so
he's
different.
still guessing as to what it is.
Yeah,
I hear you, but just watch Let's Plays. Be happy with that.
I know that I'm trying to be.
You got so many other games, like everything under the sun. We're getting the big fall, like everything.
Oh, that's the thing is, I know that nothing that's coming out. There's nothing that We Happy Few will be trounced by. Like whatever.
Yeah.
When these new games come out, We Happy Few will go away, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to start it and stop because then I'll forget what's going on and what have you. So I'm just gonna keep watching Let's Plays for now, and I'll keep you posted on that as well.
Jeez Louise.
That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So how much of the Let's Play have you watched?
That's the thing is I don't know how long the game is.
No, but I'm saying like, have you watched like 3 hours of Let's Play? Have you?
I've probably watched 3 or 4 hours.
Oh wow.
Who are you watching, by the way?
The Red Brad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see. I mean, and he makes any game he's playing fun. So
yeah, he's hilarious.
It could just be him rather than the game.
Yeah,
but,
that's true.
Probably.
Could you're just your buddy playing it,
right?
Kind of thing.
Right.
Know? There you go.
And besides that, I've been still playing Dead Cells. Still loving it.
Yeah, is that hard? It looks like every time I jump in and watch you play, it looks difficult.
I mean, I think it's one of those games that when you watch it, it probably looks harder than it actually is.
Okay.
You don't really do. I think it's really, besides the stick to move left and right, you use 4 buttons, 2 triggers, and X and Y.
Okay.
And B to roll and A to jump. Okay, no, never mind. You use all the buttons.
You use all the buttons all at the same time.
In the world.
Basically, the 4 buttons do what they always should do: jump, dodge, that kind of thing.
Okay, throw out a
but
machine.
no, it's pretty easy to get down. And you do start off, you get better. As your character progresses, you get more and more things that you can do. So it's kind of, there's a learning.
And you said it's on the Switch, and I should get it.
If it's on the Switch, you should get it. That'd be, as far as I know, it doesn't need to connect to the internet. It shouldn't.
Okay.
And that would be
a lot of things shouldn't need to connect to the internet.
That's true.
That still do for some strange reason.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. But
I agree.
But yeah, it's been a nice week. It's been really quiet here at the house the last couple of days, and it's been really nice. And that's kind of been what's going on. A lot of Overwatch with the guys, having a ton of fun with that, and yeah, just been a good time.
There you go.
Yeah,
there it is. All right, Mr. Patillo.
Yeah,
you're home, right?
Yeah,
you're just hanging out.
I am home. We're just doing like weekend warrior stuff right now, so I'm just like out and back, out and back, out and back. So we were in Oklahoma City this last weekend, and then I think this weekend we're in, I don't even know, someplace, and then North Carolina, I think.
Sure, let's go with that.
Something like that. Rock the Smokies. I don't know where that is.
Just don't do the other way around.
Yeah, don't smoke the Rockies. Woo!
I know, right?
That'll lay you out for a week.
End up on intervention.
Right.
Dad, I love you.
That's right.
Gabe, I
love Gabe.
Is that your stoner cry?
Yeah, that was there's one clip from that show where the son's talking to his dad. His dad, like, out of nowhere starts crying, and it's pretty much just like one note the whole time. You're like,
that's amazing.
What the heck is going on? Yeah, lay off the drugs, buddy.
I'm gonna try and cry like that.
Yeah. So I joined the ranks of Eduardo and Rad Brad and Ninja. And
did you play with Drake?
No, I did a little streaming.
Yeah,
yeah, you did
this week. And what I'm so happy about is that it made Chris's night, because I'm not knowing that Chris's grandmother passed away. And so hearing the bad news this morning, but knowing how hard he was laughing just last night makes me so happy, and it's all worth it.
Yes.
So this is what happened. I, like Ed does, me and Ed both do voiceover. And when you're doing voiceover, it's really hard, for me at least. I don't know if Ed's run into this, but it's really hard for me to get the client to give you a clip of what you did.
Yes.
Or credit you without you like asking repeatedly. And so, like, sometimes you ask, they don't get back to you at all. Sometimes you ask, they say, yeah, well, when we put it together. And then a year will go by and you're like, oh, yeah, whatever happened to that thing? And so this was one of those things where I knew that, like, the guy had just already not gotten back to me. And he had said, yeah, we'll let you know whenever it airs. So it was for a show called Smoketown, which is on TBN. And I play like this. It's not even important who I play, but I play a preacher, like on a, funny enough, the way it shows on the show is like I'm a preacher on a podcast or something like that. Like a guy's listening to me on a phone. Anyway, so I was downstairs. We had just got finished doing all this stuff in the studio, and I'm worn out, and I go inside, and I was just looking for something to watch. And I had gone to our saved things on our DVR and started looking down. I was like, oh yeah, Smoketown. I set this show to record so I could pull it off for my reel, because it's nice to have instead of being like, I did a thing called Smoketown on TBN, at least have the clip that you're in, and then you can put that together to have a visual reel instead of just audio. And so I found it, but then like I couldn't download the show from like TBN or anything like that. They weren't streaming it. And so I had to go on my computer and then get on my DVR and then like do it up like that. And so the only way I could record the clip was to use OBS. And so I opened OBS and I'm framing it out because it's just like a window over here and stuff like that, and hit record and start recording it. And then somewhere along the line, I guess
Not you guessed, you did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying what I'm about to say is somewhere along the line, because I know I didn't click start streaming. And so somewhere along the line, I must have hit whatever my hotkeys are for
awesome.
start streaming. And so I'm up here just doing my thing, and I'm checking the credits. I'm checking IMDb just so I can add it to my thing. I'm editing the clip down, and my phone is going crazy downstairs. And I'm like, who is texting me so much? Because this is, I don't even know what time it was, but, later, I guess, maybe 10 or 11. I have no idea. And it's like, bring, somebody's calling. I'm like, what is going on? I was like, man, let me go check my phone. So I run downstairs and bring it back up. And it's my buddy Dustin Daniels, who we were on the road with. You would have seen Dustin in the Resident Evil 7 Let's Play that I did on the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually me, Sammy, and Dustin were always the three that were always there. And so it's Dustin, and he'd called twice and text me 3 times, are you streaming on the YouTube? Are you streaming? Is that you on the YouTube? Because I guess the way I had it all routed, my mic is turned off, the camera's turned off, but all the sound is coming through the computer. Anyway, so I click over to OBS, and I see that it's stop streaming, and I'm like, oh god, when did I start streaming?
That's awesome.
And so,
was it just a blank screen and all you heard was audio?
No. You could see Premiere window up, and he's rendering things out. Then TBN, we see about 5 minutes of some show. And,
It's his computer.
and
Oh
his
my god.
IMDb web pages.
It's desktop. It's desktop.
Yeah.
Is what you're seeing.
That's amazing.
And so yeah. And what's funny is what made me really nervous. Well, number one, when you're streaming and people are watching what you're doing and you don't know it, that's nerve-wracking already. But because of the way the window is, and I know what it is when it pops up, but just to the left, just off screen, is literally all my banking information.
Oh wow.
And so if you watch the video, which I think is down now, but on the video you see an Excel sheet pop up, which is our whole budget. You know what I mean? All our bills and everything like that. And so when Chris sent me the link, I went back, I was like, oh my gosh, that's all my Bank of America stuff. That's not good.
Oh my God.
But cause over doing something crazy on the internet, I was like, oh shoot, I don't want my all my business out there like that. That'd be really weird.
Right.
So that was my adventures in streaming last night.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
And Chris is on the chat bah!
That's incredible.
Oh, it was
People were
hilarious.
this doesn't look like H1Z1 or whatever it was.
Yeah, because it was titled H1Z1 PS4, because the last thing that which I don't know why it was saved that way, because last time I streamed on our channel, that's what I titled it. And I feel like, I know you've been doing a lot of streaming on your own channel, but haven't you streamed something to Married to the Games recently? Or do you just transfer things over?
I just transfer it over. Yeah, I haven't streamed directly.
Okay.
To
Well,
YouTube.
then I guess that does make sense, because I was probably the last one who had set it in YouTube for the streaming stuff.
Welcome to Personal Finance with Gabe Patillo.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
And Ed, you got affiliate status on Twitch. Why do we not talk about that?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What took a month and a half, 2 months? What would you say?
Which I think is pretty fast. I don't
feel
know
like
if it is
that's
or not,
fast.
but I feel like it's fast. But the community has been awesome, supporting and spreading the word, and it's been really cool. So I've been super appreciative all week of just, I don't know how many times I told Sarah, man, these guys in the community, they're doing this and they just posted this, or they're doing this, and it's been very humbling, and it was really cool to see. So thank you, everyone.
Can you tell us?
Great,
can you tell us a little bit about what that means? I don't know anything about that.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Basically, what it means, like with YouTube, you can monetize your videos and what have you. And with Twitch, you really can't monetize anything until you fulfill certain requirements and do certain things. You stream for so long, you get such an average viewers or whatever. Then they let you be able to make money or and monetize. And then also you get like, now I have little, if people subscribe to my channel, they get little, you can have custom emotes or emojis. And I drew little custom coffee cup emojis that people can use. So,
you get to make them, like personally make them.
Yes. Yeah, you get to upload a certain amount or something.
Oh, wow.
And then I think if you get even more subscribers or whatever, you can have more or something like that.
Right.
I know because I'm not affiliated on anything. I don't stream nearly enough to do it, but I know a little bit. My brother-in-law got affiliation, I don't know, like a month or so ago, and he was kind of telling me a little bit about, what all it took for him to do it. And I think it's also somewhat tied to follower number. Like there's all these different things that can factor in and several pathways to get there.
Yeah, there's like 4 factors you have to have to
something
hit.
Like that.
Yeah.
Dude, well, congratulations. That is awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're on your way to making tens of dollars.
Oh, man. I'm on my way to making a percentage of even that.
Exactly.
Let's get, we need to have small goals. Like we need to start with Ed earning enough to get a free coffee a month.
Ooh, there you go.
Well, I like that.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Change your name and just put in parentheses coffee, but then right after that, Ninja, and maybe people will find you and they'll just be like, I started following Ninja. I subscribed to Ninja. Oh, why does it say coffee? I don't know, but Ninja.
but Ninja. That's funny.
No, I don't know if I want to be butt ninja.
That's true.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. Well, congratulations on that, Eduardo.
Thanks,
And then you guys need to remember too, like, at least I need to remember, you have to re-subscribe every month, which doesn't make any sense to me if you're the Twitch Prime situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means, but I'll be doing that to make sure that we support our boy Eduardo.
Oh, you're a good man. Thank you, dude.
Of course. I love you. So I know I said last week was my last show not in the shed. This week is my last show not in the shed. We got it. I wanted to built a little sound booth in there and all this stuff, and Jenny's been such a trooper helping me out on all that stuff. And so it was kind of one of those things where you were looking at it around 11:15 last night. She was like, "You want to move your stuff out here?" And I was like, I do, but if I start now, I won't be done till 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because you take it in there, then you're testing stuff, and to move the desktop and the monitors and all the mics and everything. So I'm gonna move everything today, but I almost did it last night just so I could have my first show in the shed last night, but it wasn't gonna happen. I was just like, I got to get up too early. It was either stay up all night like Ed would have done, or go to bed at 12:30, which I chose to do. So
gotcha.
Anyway, so as far as gaming and everything, I haven't been playing anything much. I've downloaded the Octopath Traveler.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So I've been when I say download and play, I mean the demo. Did I say that? Just
no.
Not that. Yeah. So the demo of the game. Just because I wanted,
of course, the demo.
Exactly. Because your boy loves a demo.
Your boy loves a demo.
And so that's it's hard because those games. I think the demo gives you the first 3 hours or something like that.
Oh,
and
wow.
So I wanted to just feel it out. And I just I'm always shocked at how hard JRPGs are to jump into. You know what I'm saying? It's no off to the races. It's and then we're gonna teach you about this. And then we're gonna tell you about this, and then some side story, and then I've maybe fought 3 things. It felt like in the first hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, Gah. So anyway.
Yep.
So I'm making my way through that. And then nothing on the consoles because it's still unplugged since the last time I took it on the road. Really missing me some Horizon Zero Dawn. So I'm hoping to, once I move everything out, get my PlayStation, everything set up so I can test it. And test it for 5 hours playing some Horizon Zero Dawn. So That's it for me. There's something else that I was supposed to tell you guys. I just can't remember what it was. But
Now you'll find it.
yeah,
Happy anniversary.
that's what it
how about
was.
that?
Yeah,
Happy anniversary.
I had my anniversary this last week. Thank you, Edward.
Anniversary.
11 years with my beautiful wife,
That's awesome, man.
Jennifer
Great,
Lynn.
man.
We can't believe it's been 11 years. It's crazy, and to look up and be like, man, 11 years and 3 kids later, you still fine as a mug. So
Hey.
that worked out for her. I'm bald still, but that wasn't going to
You haven't
change.
changed.
I'm
There you go.
still balding.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm staying consistent.
Yep.
So
That's awesome,
that's
man.
great,
Congratulations.
man.
Yeah,
So,
congrats.
got to make it out to dinner for that. So all right,
Yay. Awesome.
Router,
Yes.
you got it.
Yes.
Well, let's do it.
All right, we got some new releases this week, starting over and Switch, Bad North, as opposed to Good South, I guess. I don't know. And then also for the Switch, Morphe's Law and Prison Architect Nintendo Switch Edition.
Okay.
For the Switch, PS4, and Xbox One, Spectrum. For the PC, PS4, Xbox One, Shenmue 1 and 2.
Boom, baby.
Ooh.
Also for the PC, Shenmue Saturdays. And then for PC, PS4, Guacamelee 2.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very excited.
Get your frustration on.
That's right. I don't know whether or not I want to play it to be frustrated or I don't know. We'll see.
I think that's on everything, right? Isn't it even on
It's
Switch?
got to be on everything now. Well, unless it's coming to Switch later, but I'd imagine it's
It might come to Switch like next week or something. I don't know. But right now it just says PC and PS4. For the PC and Xbox One, Tyler, model 005. For the PS4, Xbox One, Warhammer 40,000, Inquisitor, Martyr.
Wow, there's been a lot in that series.
Yeah, they sure did. Gone Home for the Switch. Hacky Zack for the Switch.
Hey.
For the PC, PS4,
Second
and
time
Xbox
that's
One.
mentioned.
Yeah, right. For the PC, PS4, Xbox One, F1 2018.
Okay.
And for the Switch, Night Trap.
Oh, yeah, that came out for the Switch. Nice.
Great.
I need to be playing that. I need to play that.
Yes, you probably should, right?
I know.
It seems like there's some Switch games that you would play now.
Yeah. I feel like that too. It's just getting it and doing it is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Making
I'm
it
kind of
happen.
like, got the everything on pause until Spider-Man, because I think I'm gonna day
right.
one that thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
'Cause there's like 3 things I want to buy, but if I I didn't tell you guys.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Ooh.
So we're trying
Tell
to
us.
surprise Amaro with Disney in
Oh.
2
Snap.
weeks.
Again?
So yes, well, it's like a one. So I'm doing a show at Universal.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And so we still have our comps from last year. We have like 4 tickets left, and
Oh,
they
that's awesome,
expire
dude.
at the end of September. And so
Do it.
we found cheap flights. So we're going to fly down there, do Disney for 1 day, and then drive the bus, and then do Universal for 1 day, and then drive back with the
Nice.
bus.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
so
Good idea.
That's where all my money's gone.
Yeah,
So
seriously.
make that happen.
Is the whole fam going?
No.
Oh, I was
Are
just
you
saying. I
crazy?
mean, well, I know because you said you weren't doing that, but then you just said 4 tickets, and I was like, oh well, I don't.
Well,
I don't know what the
3
kids
of us.
cost.
That's the
Yeah,
3
yeah.
of us. Is me, Jenny, and Amara. So
Gotcha.
just
gotcha.
the 3 of us are leaving at like 8:00 at night on 2 Wednesdays from now or whatever it is. Then
That's
we'll do
great,
it all day
dude.
Thursday,
Very cool.
and then
Great idea.
do Universal, then come home. So
There you go.
I'm broke off of wanting
Sure,
to do
sure.
that for Amara, but and so there's like all these things I want to buy, but I'm like, just get Spider-Man and play
Yeah.
that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's official, right? This year is the first year of No Night of Joy.
That's right. Yep. No
Wow,
Night of Joy.
crazy.
No, it's
But-
no more.
It is no more
That's
after
right.
20 some odd years.
No
Yeah, more
That's
joy.
crazy.
That's right. The
you
first time
still
I
got
did it, I
Rock
was
the-
10. So
Yeah, man.
I'm 36
Sheesh.
now, so it's at least going for 25 years.
That's
Wow.
crazy. I'm curious if Rock the Universe is just going to get bigger or that's going to peter out too. But who knows?
Hopefully, it gets bigger.
Yeah,
Universal's a better
really cool
place than Disney is to do those kind of things anyway.
Nice. All right. After new releases, let's see. We don't have NPD for July yet. I'm expecting it next week, but then again, I was expecting that for June as well.
It's going to come out in October.
Right. So it'll be out later. We did have one. Oops. At Frozen Gamer 1987. Mega Drive is the UK European name the Genesis, possibly other regions as well. What Gabe is thinking of for the predecessor is the Sega Master System, which was out at the same time as the NES.
It's very confusing.
Doggone it.
And I got one more thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man,
I'm so sorry.
Bring it.
I got to give a huge, ginormous, big hug shout out to Mama Bread Fan. She sent me a signed photo from Linda Young, and that name's not going to ring a bell. But Linda Young is the voiceover actress that does Frieza in the Dragon Ball Z series since like 1990.
Yep.
And so I got that in the mail like 2 days ago, and I was like, ah! And I didn't have her number, so I like couldn't call her. And then I'm glad I didn't because I didn't know of everything else that was going on with you guys' family. But Mama Bread Fan, thank you so much. That was awesome.
That's
sweet
amazing
of you. And it's just like, I don't even know how that happened. I don't know what the story. Do you guys like know her or something?
Yeah, we used to go when I was growing up. We went to this one church, and Linda was part of that church, so that's how we knew her. And I found out like in high school or just right after. I mean, I knew she did voiceover stuff because we'd hear commercials occasionally where it'd be her voice. But then I remember when I was doing acting, kind of at that outside school after high school. She was like, my mom was like, if you ever want to try this voiceover thing, I'm sure Linda could give you some tips or maybe open some doors for you or something, give you some pointers or whatever. And at the time I was like, well, I don't know that I want to do the voice stuff. I really want to do the on-camera thing. So I didn't really pursue it. But I knew she had given me, when I was in high school, like I knew what Dragon Ball Z was, but I didn't watch it. I didn't even know how to watch it outside of buying, the VHS tapes. And I remember one time my mom gave me this gift from her, and it was a Dragon Ball Z VHS, and I guess that episode or maybe it was a movie, I'm not sure, featured her. Movie. Yeah, and she had signed the cover of it. And that's when my sister, like anytime, if you ever see my sister and you were to ask her, she would have mentioned, she'd be like, oh, Chris used to be all into this Dragon Ball Z thing. It's because she knew I had that. And I'd never actually even watched the thing. I was like, I just got this as a gift. Like I never watched it. I didn't even know, I didn't understand. It wasn't until like years later that I realized, oh, apparently that person she voiced is like a big deal on that show.
There's like a major bad guy in that. In that show.
Oh,
anyway.
That's so cool.
Mama Bread fan,
cool.
Thank you so much. That is so thoughtful. And the fact you did that, I really appreciate it. Okay, I promise I won't cut it anymore. Oh, my God.
Oh, it's all good because it's back to you. So that's it for me.
Chris
McCracken.
Wait,
I just got an alert. Gabe's live streaming.
Yeah.
Gabe's live. Yeah, exactly.
So right now, Gamescom is going on out in Germany, I think.
Yep.
Isn't that where it happens?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so during this Gamescom 2018.
The biggest gaming conference in the world, by the way.
Yes.
I want release dates.
There's like
release dates.
400,000 people that go to this thing, or 300,000, or say it like dwarfs
it's
E3 in terms of attendance.
crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think it's also free and open to the public or something like that.
Is it
really? It might not be free, but I know it's open to the public. Obviously.
Yes, it is. It's always been that way. It's not like E3 where it's like 1 year they're like, okay, let's open it up. I think it's ever since its inception, it's been that way. But right now, Microsoft is putting on a little bit of a celebration for Gamescom, and part of that, so they have their Xbox Game Pass that is $10 a month if you decide to do it monthly. But right now they're having a deal running where you can get 2 months of Game Pass for $2.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically you just pay for, and it's going to be going through August 31st, and if you just buy, you just have to buy the 1 month membership, and they're throwing in the second month, technically speaking, but it's just a fee of $2. So that's a great deal. And then Amazon is also kind of jumping in on this a little bit. If you buy a 6 month pass of Amazon Game Pass, which is, I think it's $60 for 6 months, they will also throw in an extra 3 months on top of that. So it's not exactly the same deal, but it's another, pretty good deal. And that's how I bought into Game Pass. I think I had gotten some deal where it was like $30, and then I bought 2 months for $30. So basically I spent the year for for I spent the price you would normally pay for. No, actually, what was it? I got some kind of deal where I got basically like 3 months for free. However that worked out, I don't even remember. But so I don't know if this is going to be a frequent thing where they're going to constantly just kind of throw out these little deals. But I mean, it's a good way to jump in and see if, hey, this is your thing. Which, just be warned, it's kind of like Netflix, where you're like, I don't know, let's buy this and just see. And the next thing you know, it's been 10 years and you've been paying $12 a month.
Exactly.
So just be prepared for that to be the case. But
or EverQuest in my.
Or World of Warcraft or any of those things that have a subscription. You just buy it and then you forget and it just keeps draining.
I didn't play EverQuest for 2 years. My buddy was like, why don't you turn that off? I'm like, I don't know. I never got around to it.
Yeah, exactly. But if you want to dabble, now's as good a time as any to jump on in at the cheap price of $2 for 2 months.
Yeah, and that's an amazing deal.
Sure. Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. So Overwatch, man, doggone it.
Doggone it.
They just killing the game. Blizzard is just so smart. So I didn't know this. Maybe this was coming for a long time. I have no idea. But they teamed up with Lego.
Yeah, they did.
To bring some Lego Overwatch figures out that they are. This is what sucks. They're announcing them today of what they actually are. But you can kind of take a guess as to who they are because they showed 6 kind of silhouettes of them. And if you know the game well enough, then you kind of know like, oh, okay, that could be this, that could be this, that could be this. So far, it looks like it's going to be Widowmaker, Reinhardt, maybe Reaper, or maybe Zenyatta, Genji, Soldier 76, Mercy, and McCree. So I just love that they're like, how between this and the Nerf thing, it's like Blizzard is just killing it for me right now, and I just love that. And Overwatch, for some reason, even though I don't play it as much as these guys, it still holds like a really special place for me, where I just love it. And anything that's going, obviously you guys know it's on my keychain, and so I'm constantly reminded of it. And I feel like it's been something that's kicked up a lot of conversations on the road, where somebody will be wearing an Overwatch shirt, and I'm like, hey, who do you main? And, it just kind of, it flows right into talking about it. So I need to get an Overwatch shirt. But besides that, I just really, I don't know, I really love that it's just so smart. It's so smart to have all these crossover things. I think it's really cool. So
I'll definitely putting themselves in the best position to keep Overwatch forefront of your mind kind of thing,
Exactly.
They're good at marketing.
Yeah, and just as a side note, while we're on Overwatch, they're also releasing a new map.
A new map, yep.
Called Busan?
Yeah, Busan, B-U-S-A-N.
Yep, B-U-S-A-N. And it's going to be Diva's home.
Yeah, control map.
Control! So it's it's on the PTR today. And I don't know how long that actually means. Do you guys know how long that usually takes for it to go?
Typically, I think if there's not finding any huge balancing problems or anything, it's maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Typically, yeah. There's been a few times where it's like they're revamping a character or something, and they have to really work on the changes based on feedback, and it may take a little longer. But
yeah,
if there's no real issues with it, then it's usually about 2 weeks, and then they release it on all platforms.
Yeah. So I love this. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, they are really showing how to do this thing right. And we got to remember, it always starts with an amazing game, right?
Yeah,
right.
I mean, it's not like every game can come out and not be charging. Everybody else feels like it's charging out the wazoo for every little thing. I haven't looked at how much this new Destiny thing is, but it's not going to be free. You know what I'm saying? And so if Destiny could do the same thing Blizzard's doing, where they just like continually rolling out like the product it's just so good too. That's what's so crazy. The polish that Blizzard continues to come out with when it comes to Overwatch is incredible. So anyway, love you, Blizzard.
I was able to this week. I did a little bit of gametography with Lem.
Yes,
where we got together on Overwatch and we set up a private match where we could just run around the map.
Yeah,
and just walking around. First of all, knowing that no one was there to shoot you, so you could just walk around.
That's
and
weird.
It's just like the detail, and because most of the time you're just running past everything.
That's right.
And they don't have to put in the detail they do, and man, it's just so impressive.
What else you got, Chris?
So Amazon Prime is getting rid of their 20% discount on game pre-orders. It's going to be going away on August 28th.
They are too?
Yeah, and instead,
everybody's doing it now.
Instead, what they're going to do is Prime members will receive a store credit, in-store credit, as an incentive to pre-order video games through Amazon. And it's only going to be on pre-orders of... Yeah, it's only going to be on pre-orders of select video games. Will come with a $10 credit promotion, according to their terms of service. And then the customer will be able to take that $10, I guess it'll be like a gift card or maybe a code that's emailed to them, like a voucher of some sort.
Yeah.
And then they'll have 60 days to use that at whatever retailer it's tied to. And I don't know if that's going to be changing. Like, oh, sometimes it might be this place and sometimes it might be that place. There's not any real specifications on how that's going to work, but they're essentially killing off their 20% discount on all pre-orders.
Ugh.
And they're changing it to this system. So, I guess you could say there's still some incentive, but it's not really.
Do you think they did away with that because they're like, oh, we don't have to do that now that Best Buy's not doing it?
You're dang right. I think that's why they did it. When there ain't no competition.
I know. Why do it, right?
Stuff goes down the crapper. Yeah.
But that's what's interesting is that like Best Buy didn't have to do it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not like it's not like they made a bunch of money off of 20% discounted games.
Yeah.
But I think that they were banking on that, this is going to get us that subscription money, or those people wanting to buy into the service and banking on that, and it just never really panned out. I don't think that many people really signed into it. And the fact that they didn't really think through very well how, hey, we need to structure this to make it to where people can't easily take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, but it's not like Movie Pass. But I'm saying like do you think they were banking on $30 for every 2 years? Like, I
think that they were just trying to start a program to get people interested. They were going to bank on a lot of people joining it and then tweak it as it went. And then when people weren't a ton of people joining into it, I don't think they felt like they could really tweak from there without destroying the smaller number of people that joined in. And it's not like there was nobody signed up to it. But I mean, I think in grand scheme, I don't think it ever hit the subscription numbers, if you will, that they were expecting it to do.
Gotcha.
And honestly, I think once they realized they didn't hit those numbers, it was just kind of an anomaly floating out there because they never advertised it.
That's what it
very
felt
well.
Like, right?
Mm-hmm. It was very like it was fine because I was like, cool, that just means more games for me. And like if nobody knows about it, then I'm cool. I get the discounts and I'm good. Because that's where I got all of my games from, and that's where I pre-ordered everything, and I always got a gift card back. And like I've never had to pay for a video game in the past 3 years of my life because I either get Best Buy gift cards, and then I also get the discount, and then I roll that in, and so it's one of those things. I kind of think Amazon just wasted an opportunity here to really capitalize on it, keep the program together, give some more incentives, because I may still go to Best Buy and buy my games because it's right here versus
and you
going
get the
on Amazon.
Reward points for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I mean, I still get reward points, so I'm still probably going to buy video games from there because I still have all these gift cards anyway. So, not having that pre-order discount, I was like, that kind of stinks. But at the same time, it's like, Amazon woo me and they're not wooing me at all. And I'm like, well, screw you. I'll just get it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I got all of my games is because I got that discount. And without it, I'll probably just do like Chris and just pre-order them digitally from either the PlayStation or the Xbox Direct.
Yeah, and a lot of times, I mean, the discount wasn't as steep as it was for Best Buy or Amazon, but a lot of times if you're going to pre-order a game, there are many of them that are still be like day one discount if you pre-order. I mean, it might not be a 20% discount, but
right, like 10%,
and typically, and if it's like a AAA game, like like Fallout or Spider-Man, well, that's not going to be discounted. But a lot of the indie games and like smaller, like 2 AA games and stuff will be like, and this launches this day, and if you pre-order or if you buy it launch day, it'll be off with PS Plus, it'll be 10% off or whatever. So it's at least something.
Yeah, and you most of the time you also get like a code for an extra another weapon or an outfit or something like that, and that's right. Fine. Whatever, that works.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean, we'll just see. Honestly, it's without these two players going right now in the physical world. I mean, it would be a perfect opportunity. Which, granted, there's not really a ton of competition, so they don't have a need to do it. But it would be a good opportunity for both Xbox and PlayStation to be like, okay, well now we're going to introduce like a 10% discount on any game that you can pre-order or something like that, just to kind of entice that to push I mean, I feel like this is a prime opportunity for them to push the digital space even harder, because once you get people used to doing that, again, like we established, when you start paying for Netflix, you're just going to always pay for Netflix kind of thing. If you can establish that, it's going to bring on the, hey, we don't have to sell things through Amazon or any of these other places at all. We'll just sell almost everything digitally like Steam does. I mean, anything you could do to help usher that in is only going to benefit them.
I tell you what,
maybe it'll open that door.
If Sony or Xbox, you know, say it was $20 more a month and I got a percentage off of games that I bought, even if that didn't pan out mathematically, I would do it. Yeah, and I'd be all digital.
You mean PlayStation Plus? You talking PlayStation Plus?
No, I'm saying like if they just added anything, if they said, hey, on top of games with gold, if you want to pay $80 or $70 and you get a percentage off of any game you buy digitally, I'd be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't even be a question, just because I know I'm not paying, you know, or, you know, quote unquote, paying full price. Like just knowing that I'm getting a discount would have helped. You know what I mean? I'm one of those jokers that paid for Movie Pass and went to like 2 movies.
You kind of get that right now with Xbox if you do Game Pass, because if a game is on Game Pass, I think if you decide to buy any of the DLC for that game, like you get an extra discount on top of whatever it goes for in the store. And I want to say like if you decide to purchase the actual game, you get a discount, but I don't know why you would do that, because if you're subscribed, you have the full game. So maybe I'm not remembering it correctly. Maybe it only applies to DLC.
That may be in case the game leaves Game Pass, because they definitely
rotate. That's true. That might be it as well.
And Game Pass is going to get all the exclusives, right?
Yes, it will get all the exclusives. So like if you get, I don't know, like Halo, whatever the next one, Halo 28 or whatever, and you're like, hey, I'm going to, and I want to get this DLC, or they're announcing a season pass or something, if for some reason they were. If you were to get it right away or pre-order the season pass or whatever, you would get, I think it's 10% off of whatever you want to buy, because that's part of Game Pass. And if you do month to month, that's $10 more. So then you add that on. So in a way, that kind of exists to some extent on the Xbox side. I don't think there's anything like that on there's nothing like that on PS Plus, outside of the just generally when you're a PS Plus member, a lot of times thing will get like PS Plus discounts or sales or whatever. Right. But it's not, again, it's not guaranteed, and it's not on typically like AAA stuff that's just launching.
Nice. Nintendo and something I've never heard of called Inky Pen are working together to bring comics. What?
That's like the most Nintendo sounding thing ever. Nintendo and Inky Pen.
I know.
Inky Pen.
It looks like it's a subscription service, $8 a month, and you receive 10,000 comic books to go through on your Nintendo Switch, so you can take comic books on the road, kind of like Kindle for comic books.
Wow.
Interesting.
So I thought that was kind of cool. I was like,
that is cool.
I'm not into comics, but I used to be into comics. And
you could be again.
And I could be again for $8 a month for the low price. And then the other thing I wanted to mention just real quick, since these are just 2 small stories. Shenmue 3 got a release date.
What?
August releasing soon, maybe.
Not really. August 27th, 2019.
Ooh.
And it's bumming some people out because they're like, oh man, but you told us about it 3 years ago. What happened? It's like, they told you about the Kickstarter 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They also told you about Final Fantasy VII 3 years ago.
That's right.
Right.
So let's get grateful, internet.
Gabe is used to disappointment right now.
Exactly. I'm used to waiting.
Yeah, boy.
That old waiting game.
That's right.
So I think it'll still come out late, but that's all right. I'm glad that they got a...
At least, at least they have a release date. That's great.
And they say, hey, it's a year from now. You know what I'm saying?
That's the first mountain to climb.
Right.
Let's see if they keep to that and whatever.
Exactly. What else you got, Chris?
So it looks like PUBG is finally coming out, officially launching on the Xbox One on September 4th. So it's coming out of the early access program. Part of that is you're going to get the Sandhook map. And there's still a little bit of uncertainty on whether all the features that are on the PC side are going to be coming to the console side. But it does look like you are going to be at least getting some other cosmetics, and they're going to be opening up the door to where you can use microtransactions to actually purchase cosmetics. I don't believe that's a thing in the preview program. I think you can make purchases, but it's just credits that you can then use to like get loot crates of some sort. I think this way you'll be able to spend money to buy some type of in-game currency, and then I think buy directly the cosmetics that you're wanting, as I understand it. And I actually haven't jumped in. Some people were talking about it on our Discord the other day. talking about how this is going to be releasing. I was like, I need to jump back in there because ever since I've gotten all hooked on this H1Z1, I was like, I need to bounce back to PUBG and just kind of see what it's like. What's the status of PUBG on Xbox One? I may just go ahead, may as well just go ahead and wait till September 4th to officially launch this, considering that I've already purchased the game. Just to kind of see how they are between the two. I do think it's going to be a lot harder for me to go back to their control scheme just because there's the inventory management and you use like every button on the controller and all that stuff. Whereas H1's like really focused in and pared down to be very specific and to how you want to do it, or how you can work really well with a controller. But I want to jump back in there and just give it a shot. And I think some people in the community are going to do it. So I may be jumping back in there sometime soon. Not this coming weekend.
Nice. Did you ever get a chicken dinner the first time you were playing?
I did get one. The only one that I got though was it was when we were doing the team thing, like when you have 4 people on a team or whatever. And me and one other person on our team made it to the end, and we ended up winning that way. I never got one solo, but pretty soon after that, like I got that one, and then I just kind of lost interest, which is why I was so it was so blew my mind that even after I got a win in H1Z1, which I did get solo, I've continued to want to keep playing.
That's right.
And I kind of just. I feel like it's mainly because of the controls and because of the simplification. It's just like I can just focus on the task. I'm not having to try to remember all this stuff, and it's not so complicated, which is, depending on how you look at it, can be a good thing or a bad thing. But I've really gravitated to that. So I kind of want to jump back into PUBG and see how that is.
There you go. I like it.
Nice.
I'm out.
Oh, you're out.
Do you have anything else you want to say before we move on to Eduardo?
The last thing that I will say is that it does look like Forza Horizon 2 is going to be coming to the end of the road. On October 1st, they're going to be removing Forza Horizon 2 and all the DLC from the Xbox and Windows Store. I do think that you could, if you've ever bought it at any point in time, you will always be able to go back and re-download any of this stuff. Is that
the one that just was free?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the one that's free right now until August 31st. So you might as well grab it. And then if you really dig it, whatever DLC you may want to buy, you have until October 1st to purchase it, because then it's going away from the store, which this kind of makes sense because they're about to release, I think, Forza Horizon 4. Well, they're going to be releasing Forza Horizon 4. So, I mean, this is like
make the
3
other
iterations.
One not viable at all?
Say again?
It's just weird. Like, why take it down?
Well, I'm sure it has to do with licensing issues. I'm sure that's the main reason why it's happening. But what I'm getting at is it's like, this is a very old version. And not that it's a bad game by any means, but it's like, it's kind of like, do you really want to go back and buy Madden 2012? I mean, why would you want to do that? That's the kind of game where you typically want to play the most recent iteration of it because it tends to be more up to date and better and have better cars and all that kind of stuff. That's the way that I look at racing games. To me, it's fine with me. I don't really have an issue with it.
There you go. All right.
Plus, you have the ability to get it free right now. So, I mean, if you miss out on it, it's kind of on you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, definitely agree with that.
They were giving it to you for free, and you're like, no, now I'm going to complain.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so too bad.
Eduardo.
Yes, sir.
Lay it on us.
Over on the YouTube channel, new this week, we've got Dead Cells parts 3 through 6. The Walking Dead, the final season, done running, is up there. About an hour of Dead Rising 2. And then that Transference demo, the Walter test case, is up as well.
And Gabe going through his IMDb page. Oh, man.
If you ever wondered what kind of files does Gabe have on his computer, take a look. Looking at our top 10 YouTube videos, combining the average watch time and views for the week of August 14th through the 20th. Number 10, Watch Dogs 2, Part 6, bottom dollar complete. Number 9, back on the charts, Gabe and Chris react to The Last of Us Part 2.
Ooh, nice.
Number 8, Ori and the Blind Forest Part 14, Thornfell Swamp. Number 7, yeah, it is low.
Get out of here, Thornfell Swamp.
Right. Number 7, Watch Dogs 2, Part 48, Ghost Signals. Number 6, Married to the Games, Episode 309, Spider-Man. Number 5, Drawful 2, Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Number 4, Hugh Part 10, University. Number 3, Hugh Part 4, Pink.
Ugh.
Number 2, Hugh Part 11, Ending.
Wow.
Number 1, Watch Dogs 2, Part 19, Paint Job.
Paint Job.
Jeez Louise. Huge.
Nice.
Consistent.
That's crazy.
Right.
Well, every week we ask you guys a question. Last week was no different. We asked you guys, has a game ever derailed you from another game? Starting on Twitter, we got the Frozen Gamer at Frozen Gamer 1987. Oftentimes, yes, but lately I've been playing 2 games at a time. One new and one from my backlog. Usually one of which is kid-friendly so my kids can watch, and the other not. Saves me from getting derailed a lot more. There you go. _wrong at Walk to Mars. Yes, every game derails me from the last one. Hashtag ain't got no platinum.
Nice.
Jacob Hammond at Real Big Kong. Sorry, at Ed Placencia. I was playing Mafia 3, but then Skyrim Special Edition came out on console and mods changed my life.
Oh, wow.
Also, can I get a shout out from my son, Shane? He graduated basic training and is now an AITs for field artillery.
Yes,
Wow,
sir.
nice.
Well done.
Thank you for your service.
Amen
Right.
to that.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Takes
Congrats.
brave men and women. Over on Facebook, Daniel High. Man, PUBG came out and stole my whole existence. There's nothing like running squads with the fellas and savoring a delicious chicken dinner.
Mm.
Mike Doherty was enjoying Assassin's Creed Origins, then Dead Cells dropped.
Ooh, yep.
Oh, nice.
Hashtag hooked. Hashtag just one more game.
Yep.
Travis Popsicle. Oh, man. Candy Crush not only derailed me from other games, it derailed my life. Candy Crush Anonymous really helped with their 10-step program. Divine. I like it. I like it. If you've played the game, you know what that is.
Yeah.
Over on Discordia, Brad Kabowski, the one I remember the most was me dropping Pillars of Eternity when The Witcher 3 came out.
Ooh.
That's a long derailment there.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Horizon Zero Dawn, this is Calm Fury. Horizon Zero Dawn derailed me from Guacamelee. I was trying to clear my backlog before HZD came out. I was almost done with it, but platinumed HZD instead. When I went back to Guacamelee, I ended up rage quitting and watching the ending on YouTube because
There
I
you
lost the timing of the gameplay mechanics. I know that's right.
That's with me too. I never finished it, and I'm not going back.
Right?
Yeah, I'd be too frustrated.
Nova Flicks, when Injustice 2 came about, it came out on the heels of Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, and I put 80 hours into that game. But when Injustice 2 came out, I put Mass Effect on the back burner and have never gone back to it.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh-wee. Thank you guys so much for answering the question. You know where to find us, facebook.com/married to the games, twitter.com/mttgcast, marriedtothegames.com, buy a mug, buy a shirt, buy some controller skins. Like Ed said, youtube.com/married to the games, and on Patreon, patreon.com/mttg, and join us on Extra Life for the 24-hour gaming marathon for the children, extra-life.org/team/mttg.
Boom.
And Eduardo.
Rate us on iTunes and subscribe. And you too can watch Gabe's personal information fly by your screen.
That's right.
Let me see if they put me on this IMDb right quick. Nope.
That's awesome.
Well, let's get into some questions.
All right, we're going to fast track this a little bit because I know we got to get going soon. But here we go. Discord, Mark Boucher. If you had the opportunity to design your own special edition console, what would it be? For me, I would design a Doctor Who TARDIS-style Xbox, complete with sound effects from the show, because the fun is, quote, bigger on the inside, end quote.
I like that.
Very
I've never
good.
seen even a half an episode of Doctor Who.
Nope,
Neither
me
have I.
neither, but it sounds cool.
The new Doctor's a girl, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Edward? A coffee-themed something or other?
I would have one that looks like an espresso machine.
I like it.
Yeah, you would. Yep.
I like it. I would probably have a miniature, kind of like what Bobby Trice did. I'd probably do like a miniature arcade. I think
that'd be cool.
I feel like the shape of an arcade machine, everybody knows. Like you can just see the side of it and you're like, that's an arcade machine.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you don't have to wonder, like, what is that? You're like, oh, it's a gaming console, obviously. I like that. Chris?
Mine would just have a fairly detailed drawing of my face on the front of it.
Oh my!
But around the beard part, it would be like fuzzy stuff that was put on so you could touch it and it'd be like fuzzy.
Oh, like a children's book.
Yeah.
Oh,
a little bit of fuzz there, some reddish fuzz.
There you go.
Lord have
I just
mercy.
be smiling at you.
feels like. I love it.
You gotta be a confident joker to be like, I want my face on the thing.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Put my face on my console. Let's go.
Touch my beard.
That's right.
Tim, what
People
say
what
you?
they want.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
when
you
we were
think they
talking last week about the PlayStation one that's kind of like translucent, that had me. That's kind of what I want to do.
Totally agree. I want to start a company that makes like things like everything see through. Like your washing machine see through, your oven see through, your refrigerator see through. So you have to open the door to see what you need to buy.
I'm in. Maybe with a little like light outline.
Yep, I'm going on Shark Tank.
Oh, there you go. Let's do this.
There you go.
Let's make that happen.
Yep.
Thanks, Sharks. All right, BDog1221. Have any of you ever played Diablo 3? I've ignored it every time it's come out, but now it's coming to Switch. Falling in love with Overwatch has made me take notice of all Blizzard games now, so now I'm pretty excited to try Diablo 3 if I have time.
Never played it, no.
I never played it either, but I feel like it's almost a rite of passage for gamers.
Hall used to play it quite a bit and raved about it.
That's right. I mean, everybody who plays it say they, love it. And the fact that it's coming to Switch and everybody's like, it runs really smooth. I'm like, well, I hope so. The game's 15 years old.
Oh, that's good. Calm Fury, I have a 5-year anniversary coming up this fall. What did you get your wives for your 5th wedding anniversary?
What? I don't know.
I honestly don't remember.
Dude, I don't remember, man. I don't remember at all.
5 years? I don't know. I have no idea. Something.
Yeah.
But something small.
I don't remember.
Maybe like a little overnight trip somewhere. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember. Man, that's bad.
She was
I don't remember at all.
I think she was pregnant. I think we were about to have Amara on our 5th year wedding anniversary. So
there you go.
Yeah, I probably got her a body pillow. I have no idea.
Probably.
Yeah.
You probably got the baby's room done. That's what you did.
Exactly. Yeah. Job's done.
Job's done. All right, moving on to Facebook. It's now into the new Christian Facebook.
Facebook. Oh my gosh, Christians, please don't do that.
Christians, please don't do that. Please don't ruin that for us.
GodTube was bad enough.
GodTube was totally bad enough.
At least they renamed it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it's something like it's something really discreet now. It's like Tangled or something like that.
It's Facebook. All right, moving on to Facebook. Matthew started. Do you remember what the first game you played on NES besides Mario Brothers / Duck Hunt?
I think it was Excite Bike for me.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know what the first one was, but I was in love with Metroid early on. So I don't know if that was the first one after those. But I got it when it had the 3 in it, like the track and field, the Duck Hunt, and the Mario. Yeah. So I think I spent some good time with those 3 before moving on.
Yeah, track and field is the one with the running pad.
That's right.
Yeah, that would be that one then. Yeah.
Tim, did you?
I think I stuck with Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt because I didn't actually have one. My cousins did, so every time we'd just play that.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
Good one. Daniel, hi. Do you have any hobbies or talents that your fellow hosts don't know about?
Ooh.
I like streaming my personal information.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we just found out about that one.
Welcome to Personal Finance with the Chubby Ninja.
Exactly. You want to learn how to handle debt and savings? Come on by the video game YouTube channel.
And here's my account number.
Exactly. Jeez Louise. Here's my routing number and my account number.
Right.
Just come do what you like.
Exactly.
Let's test this life lockout.
Yeah, right. Life.
See how good these guys actually are.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah. Edward, do you have any hidden hobbies or talents that we don't know about?
I don't think so.
He's an open book.
Yeah.
Chris, besides being a
Honestly,
console
I mean,
face
that's kind
model.
of the same answer. I mean, I don't feel like I'm super great at anything that you guys wouldn't know about. Because if I'm good at anything, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm pretty good at this.
We didn't know about your skating for a long time.
That's
Oh, yeah.
true. Yeah.
That was probably the most recent
You got
thing.
some
we
skills.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But it's just that right now I'm not good at it anymore. So I was really good back in the
you
day.
were.
You're really good compared to regular people.
I
Like,
guess.
I'm a
Who's the
regular
word for it?
person.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Regular
And
people who said they
and
used
I
to
have-
skate.
Yeah, and I have balance and things like that. I can't
Uh-huh.
even get on a skateboard.
There you go.
No?
There you go.
Well, then I guess I'm better than I thought.
Exactly.
Yep.
Tim, what about you?
I got one for you. In the past year, I have been loving martial arts, and I have been going to a place over here called Harvest Martial Arts, and they practice Hanmudo, which is a type of like Taekwondo and Jiu-Jitsu.
Uh-huh.
I am an orange belt right now, and hopefully going for my
What?
green belt in September.
That
And
wasn't
I
me, by the way. That sounded
and
like
I-
me, but that wasn't me.
I kickbox and do yoga too, so there you have it.
They don't keep score, right?
No, there's no. This is not Karate Kid. This is not Miyagi no Karate.
Sweep the leg, Timmy.
Dude, it's real. Yeah, I say that quite a bit actually. It's kind of funny, but I've really enjoyed it. So this guy's he's 37 years old. He's got a wife and kid. He is a third-degree black belt who started this. So they have their own business. His wife teaches yoga. They're just really cool. They've built this really great community, and I've been going there. And he does. Like you can do Hamido classes every day if you want, or you can do, he has this like high intensity kickboxing class that I go to just to get your good cardio. And then his wife also does yoga there. And it's just been really cool. And it's, this whole thing started because I'm a 43-year-old man-child from my buddy's son was in Piper's kindergarten class, and he does Hanmudo, and then his son did Hanmudo, and then he liked it and he started it, and then he's like, Tim, you got to try this, and then I started it, and maybe down the road Piper wants to do it, but dude, I love it. It's really it's a great
fun.
It's a great workout. You learn all these really great techniques, and actually this weekend the founder of Hanmudo is coming, so they're doing like an all-day seminar, so I'm gonna try and hit up that as much as I can too. But man, yeah, it's I feel kind of weird doing it, but because I'm 43 years old, and normally you shouldn't, but it's really great. Like I really enjoy it, and it's
There
just
you
like
go.
a good. I do it usually like at 11 o'clock, so I'll work for a little bit and then go there and then just get a good workout in and then get back to work, and it's a lot of fun. So
There you go.
I love that.
there you go.
I had no idea.
I've been
Exactly.
holding out on that one because I didn't know if
Just
I'd
in
be
case
like,
we
oh
got
well,
caught
you're
in
an
an alley
idiot.
someplace.
Exactly right.
We'd be like,
right.
how did he know how to take all four of those guys down?
So now I can defend your honor, each and every
Thank
one of
you.
you.
I
There
can't
you
wait
go.
to go back to E3. I'm gonna pick a fight just to see what happens.
That's right. Let's do this.
Like, when did you learn how to do a backflip?
But he can only do it where he lands on his knees.
That's right,
One
exactly.
knee, one foot, just like
Dude.
only superhero landings.
Backflip, kick, spin. Yeah, I got you, man. It's all good.
Downward dog.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He's doing capoeira in the middle of the whole place.
That's
Like,
right.
Really?
That's right. Yeah,
He's
there
giving
it
the
is.
chubby ninja a run for his money.
Exactly. Good thing I got this smoke grenade.
That's right. There you go. I got this smoke grenade with my personal finances attached to it. Good stuff. All right. We're moving on. Travis Pospisil, what kind of kicks are you gents rocking recently?
Oh, Nikes.
Ooh, I got Adidas.
Ed?
I don't know what the brand name is. It's that it's the one.
Kids.
Buster Brown.
It's the Delson Row ones I bought from Sony.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Chris?
They have zippers on the side. Shut up.
That's amazing.
I wear Vans.
Yeah, you
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
you
I
gotta-
wore Puma for a really long time, but man, they just one,
I
the
do
style
love
that I
Vans,
liked,
man.
they stopped selling them. But two, it's like, man, they wear out real fast. So I switched over to Vans, and they last way longer for me, anyways.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Jeff Swan, rapid fire regarding consoles. Here we go, and we'll
Oh.
just go one by one, and then you can say, all right. So, regarding consoles, which one has your favorite operating system / menu.
PlayStation.
Go.
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
But I
You know
don't
what? I
hate
take it back.
the Xbox
Switch.
One as much as some people. Some people really hate that. It's like, it's not that bad once you mess around with it a while.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And they change it all the time. There's that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going Nintendo Switch.
Nice. Okay. Regarding consoles, which one has your favorite startup sound?
Oh, Xbox.
Of the current ones,
I guess you could go back too if you want.
I really like the PS2 startup sound.
There you go. It was
I'll stay with
exciting.
PlayStation because I don't even have my Xbox plugged in right now.
Edward.
Yeah, I'll say PlayStation.
Which one has your favorite online store?
Store? That'd be Xbox.
Xbox.
Yeah, I think Xbox. I mean, the fact that not that I can't do it with the PlayStation, but like just it mixed in with my PC and just going to like the store, period, the Microsoft store, and being able to download stuff onto my Xbox and it's there when I like that.
Nice.
What do you say, Tim? You're going to say Sony, right?
I'm going to say PlayStation. Yeah. It's fine. Best screenshot / capture method.
That's PlayStation easy. Well, compared between it and Xbox, I don't have a Switch, but yeah.
Switches is terrible.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's only like 2 minutes. I don't know. What say you, Ed? Because I've not used the Xbox one really.
I like the PlayStation one, especially because the Xbox one, if I want to upload it somewhere, it's not always reliable.
I like the
really?
PVR
and
Rocket one.
unless they've changed it, like you can't on the Xbox, you have to use like OneDrive or whatever. I don't think you can like stick in a USB or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, I think you can.
I know it used to not be that way. It could be different now. Which on being able to upload it to OneDrive in some ways is better because then it's all just cloud based. But depending on what you're trying to do at any given moment, like there's been times like, oh, I need to pull this off. And one thing that's weird that I would have thought you wouldn't need, but like on the PlayStation, like you can screenshot almost anywhere, even in the menus, anywhere in the system. But on Xbox, you can only screenshot in a game.
Right.
And there's been times where it's like, oh, you have to go here to change this setting, and I'll screenshot it and send it to a buddy so that I can show him, but I can't do that on the Xbox, which is oddly something that I wish that they could do.
Yeah, I'm going Sony. So is Router.
Yeah, I'm going Sony. I'm going PlayStation. Going PlayStation. Okay, regarding consoles, final one. Which one has your favorite console exclusive feature?
Like what?
Exclusive feature?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Like
I guess just console exclusives.
My PlayStation plays God of War.
There you go.
Exactly. Console exclusive feature.
And your Xbox would play Halo, so
that
all works out beautifully.
I'm going to go with my Xbox One. I don't think PlayStation's got a pass-through on the HDMI.
No, it doesn't.
And I love that on the Xbox. I love that on the Xbox.
You know what? My PlayStation will let me stream to YouTube.
Yeah.
Is
it still only Mixer on Xbox?
Yep. And
Mixer and Twitch. It'll do Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Or did they remove
Twitch.
that?
And no, Twitch is still there. Mixer and Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I
get
feel
your
like
life together.
It's not completely exclusive because there is a way to do it now on the Xbox, but I like that on the PlayStation that the for screenshots and video stuff, like it's a button on the controller. I don't have to do like hit something that isn't obvious. It's like it's the share button. I really dig that.
I like
Nice.
That. Router, what say you?
Yeah, I have no idea.
That your PlayStation not holding dust like your Xbox?
Whatever the default is.
Whatever the default is, exactly. I'll go with that.
Jeez.
Okay, on to Twitter. Final question. Here we go. At Chad Fackler 1. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Simple question.
Super listener, Chad.
Super listener, Chad. Simple question. Do any or all of you enjoy cooking? And if so, maybe a favorite thing you enjoy making? Like, I'm always trying to make my best meatloaf, so I try new things all the time. I've even smoked one on the grill. Yum. Ooh, that sounds good.
No, I'm not I'm not a good chef. I want to be. And I actually, like, when we were doing, we did a thing called e-meals for a while that was like a recipe every day. And I actually do enjoy the process, but it's kind of like, it's how my personality works. I like doing things that are on a list. Like I can knock out lists of things. I'm not good at being creative when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I want to, I like doing that kind of stuff. But I don't have a favorite. Hot dogs, I guess.
There you go.
Chris?
I'll grill like steak or pork chops or something, or maybe grill some vegetables or asparagus or something. But outside of that, no, I'm not. I mean, I don't mind it. It's not like I hate cooking, but I'm not particularly good. And like if I make something and it just feels mediocre, I get upset with myself. I'm like, dang it, why couldn't somebody who knows what they're doing do this? Because I screwed it up.
Right.
Nice. I love cooking when I get a chance to. It's just a matter of like our schedules can be so inconsistent, especially now with school starting and all these extra activities for Piper. And it's like, we either go out or we just do something really fast. But we're trying to get better at like planning things out a little bit for the week. So like getting the stuff, all the ingredients that we need. And that's where I kind of miss Blue Apron. We did that for a while and we just stopped because we ended up like just throwing out some of the meals because they expired because we just didn't have a chance to do it. Mm-hmm. But I do enjoy it. And I'm a huge breakfast person. So I always love to do like, I'll do scrambled eggs or I'll do eggs over easy with some Canadian bacon and some toast and coffee. But I do enjoy it. And it's fun when I get a chance to.
Nice. Edward?
There you go.
Yeah, I do the HelloFresh and I enjoy it. It's fun. I couldn't go into a store just on my own and grab ingredients and know what to make and know what to grab. But if I've got the instructions, I'm good to go.
Yeah, I love
the only thing I can grab is frozen waffles. I'm like, I could do that.
Exactly.
Pop-Tarts.
Easy. Yeah.
We eat.
Exactly.
That's
All right.
awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Okay,
Yes,
so this
thank
is
you.
a little weird, so I'm not going to have us answer this question unless we really want to, but I told you guys this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to tell somebody about Married to the Games, the podcast, what's your favorite episode? Where would you have them start? Those could be two different things. Favorite episode of Married to the Games, where would you have them start? We want to know. Do you have any off the top of your head? Obviously, mine is the Narcoleptic Tiger Claw, just because Tim fell asleep in it.
That's got to be mine too.
That was funny to me, but I don't have a good memory. So everything besides like huge things that happened, I don't remember. So, Chris, Eddie, you have one off the top of your head? We don't have to answer it. Like
I mean, I'm kind of the same way as you. I mean, I remember the big stuff. Like the narcoleptic one, I remember 100, 200, 300. But it's like, unless somebody reminds me and is like, remember when this happened that episode? And they're like, oh yeah, I do remember that. But I blank.
Right.
I would have someone start with Chris's first epised.
Really?
Just
heck yeah.
I don't
That
want
was
them to go
classic.
back and like haul more than us.
Like, man, the show was great back in the day.
Yeah. Oh man, I loved when there was only 3 of them.
My pride isn't ready for that rejection. Like me.
Release McCracken.
That's right.
Release McCracken. That's right.
I like that. Oh my gosh. So tell us what you guys' favorite episode of Married to the Games has been so far. There's only 310 of them to choose from. And where would you have someone start? Let us know. We'll talk about it next week. Thank you guys so much for listening. Episode 310 in the books. I'm your boy Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Ed Placencia. That is Chris McCracken. And we are Married to the Games. And we are up out this thing. Peace!